That's the first truck going out right there this morning. This is the day after the hurricane blew through. Dumped over 3 inches of rain here. Worked the road yesterday with it, just trying to grade it a little bit where to help it dry out, but turnaround down there is still pretty wet. You can see Kevin trying to get that truck turned around down there. The roads is actually pretty good. It dried after we graded it. The turnaround's wet, and I'm pretty sure the woods are going to be there. It's going to be difficult. That's the bad thing about a track when you're in the steeper ground. If it gets wet, it really needs to be logged when it's dry. If it's so steep, because it's hard to get up and down the hills in. So we're going to make the best of it today and see what we can do here, and see if we can get a few loads out anyhow. So you can see what Derek's cut over there. We're having to stay right on top of the hill right there, really not get off of it any. We're running pretty slow. I've loaded 11 so far this morning. It's almost 10 o'clock now. So I mean, we're doing pretty good despite what we're having to work with. I'm having to wait on wood here. I got a truck sitting here now. Well, the struggle is real today, y'all. I've loaded 13 loads now. It's lunch. The sun has finally come out, but the wind is still getting it pretty good right now. I've got number 17. He's a little over a quarter of the way loaded over there. See? So we're waiting on wood right now. It's 10 minutes after 1. That is going to be the last truck for the day, for the week. We're gonna head on in. You can catch a glimpse of the new tires on the 635 right there. They've been earning their keep this week. So Derek's cut a lot of the gravy. Sure enough, now he had to work to hustle it out. Still can't really do anything with the pine put wood. We're still steadily piling it up. That's gonna turn into a well, I was gonna say it's gonna turn into a nightmare. Hopefully, man, the next week or so they'll start opening back up. The problem is they had a shutdown this month at the paper mill, and all paper mills are required to have shutdowns at certain times. Some are every year, some are 18 months. And this happened to be I believe the 18-month shutdown at our paper mill in paper mill is something that you just don't want to have to shut down. They have to have the shutdowns because of boilers and to do inspections and things such as that to make sure everything's okay. But when you shut a paper mill down and you stop things from moving in it, it is very, very difficult to get it back going again. It's like trying to jump start a daggum V12 diesel when it's about 20 below zero and the batteries are dead and you don't have any ether. It's difficult. Hopefully they'll get that thing back running, because you know, everybody's used to like walking into a dark room and flipping on the light switch and the lights come on and you can see what's going on. A paper mill is a completely different animal. You know, any kind of manufacturing, everything has to work together and run together. So you can't have something working over here that's not working over there, or it's not going to jive or jihad. So that's the problem. But maybe they'll get her back going here pretty soon. We can haul some wood. The problem is with it, everybody is sitting on a lot of wood that needs to be moved right now. And so when they give the green light, they're gonna have to kind of really monitor the wood flow, you know, kind of restrict it down some so that they don't just get flooded out at the mill and get too much in there at one time, because that's kind of a deal too. They have to kind of monitor that pretty close too, so they don't end up with way too much. Alright, so y'all notice all this green stuff out here? We're supposed to have a frost Sunday night. Supposed to get pretty chilly, so better remember that look of all the green, because after Monday morning, give it a few days, couple of days, all that's gonna be orange and yellow. The only thing that'll still be green will be the pines, because they're just fixing to put the smoke down on all that stuff right there. But what's cool is the views that we've got up here. You see, looking down in that that valley over there, man, all that's gonna be really pretty up here, looking across down through there. I'll fly the drone over it. Sunday morning here in the south. So yesterday I had a filling class, and well, actually Friday evening and all day Saturday. And it turned out really, really good. I had 8 people here, which y'all will see in a video. There's going to be a good bit of film on this one here, and this is some of the remnants of what we hacked up here over the weekend. Cut a lot of cookies, did a lot of boring. That's one thing that I work on like crazy, is the boring stuff, you know, with people and chainsaws, because most people who fool with saws that don't run them all the time or anything, they're really kind of, I wouldn't say scared of the tip, but there's so many myths out there about tips and chainsaws, and it boils down to the people that say that they just don't really, they hadn't had the proper instruction on how to use a tip. All of these guys here, I mean, we bored so much stuff. I mean, it just bored and bored and bored, you know, vertical, horizontal, constantly. It's one of those things, the more you do, the better you get at it. And it don't take me but just a second or two. I can take somebody that has never run a chainsaw before. I can take my bar in there that I've got color coded, and I can show them that bar and then show them the way to start it. And I mean, I can take somebody in 5 minutes and have them boring well, and then, you know, you can see them, they'll be a little timid, and then you'll see them get more comfortable, you know, more comfortable with the saw. And that's what I like to see. We did cut up a set of chairs. These are some older ones here that I did the other day. We did a lot of practice felling here with the Mini. I've got the perfect setup to do this. See, these are pieces that we cut and board, and then we cut them off. And what I do is I hold them up with the Mini. Y'all see them in the video. I hold them up with the Mini. See, there's pieces there. And then as we're going up the stick, we're cutting them off, and then I'm re-grabbing them and doing that. But see, here's one here too. More boring right there. A lot of hands-on. I mean, we're in the shop in there for a little bit, and then we come out here. I mean, the majority of the class is running saws. I mean, that's the only way you're gonna learn. You can sit in a freaking classroom till you blue in the face. Man, coming out here and doing it is where it's at and all that. So this next year, I will be doing more saw classes. This next year, I'm gonna evolve just a little bit, and I want to do, you know, I'm gonna get into doing other training, saw training with, I want to get into doing municipalities and stuff like that, firefighters, first responders and stuff that run chainsaws. I can work stuff up, so if anybody has volunteer fire departments, things like that, you know, towns, cities, I am situated now to where I can travel and do that stuff like that. And so, you know, if you're in a need for something like that, contact me via my email, and I'll work up a quote and send you a quote. That's what I'll do. What it would cost. Because I tell you, I've been the 3 classes I've done, I've charged $300 a head. And you say, well, $300, that's a lot. It is a lot of money, but I mean, think about this. If you take a chainsaw to the face because you don't know what you're doing, what's that gonna cost you? Easily your life, or take one to the leg. Because I mean, it's not just sawing, it's the safety standpoint of things too. So good time. People from all over came in here. Now I've got a horrendous mess to clean up. I'll get it done. But a lot of fun, and we actually went to the woods and cut trees down yesterday too, and that was very, very successful. The guys learned a lot from that. Once we got to the woods, I never cranked a chainsaw. And I stood there, I'd showed them how to do it. We had went through all this stuff several times right here, doing this, practicing here. And so we went over there, and I taught them how to judge height on the tree and how to assess the lean on it and all that stuff like that. And then I turned them loose. And I watched them on the first one, and then we had a competition to see who could hit the flag. And so that was a lot of fun. I had a little prize pack put together for the winner, whoever got the closest to the flag and all that. So good times. Hope all y'all have a great Sunday. I've got Hank Hamilton gonna be back out here at the house here in just a little bit, and we're gonna film a video together. We're probably gonna play with the Mini right here. So we'll catch y'all later. Later, taters.